we men go to MASJID or Haram without the dress of society to go back to our original nature. So if our heart, our spirit, our mind, and soul, your nafs is in it, you come back a new creation. We're not in a position that asks the hand, but it's hard to go make hard and come back the same. Don't come back the same because of the different rituals that you have had. Yes. So we come back a new creation. Impossible to come back from Hajj the same. Again, we drink water from Zamzam. Look like they would really put the, how would I say it? Still now, some 1,445 years ago, still Zamzam. Going back to the, and what does that mean? We all drinking from Zamzam. Going back to the real, true, strong moral nature that God has put in man and developed it. Again, we all have to run between hills of Safa and Marwa, just as Hagar did for her son Ishmael. Man is confused, but faith in God, he will guard you. Again, in the Quran, it has here, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. By the time through the ages, this is in the Quran. Truly, and to look at the word they use for man, insane, social man, how it defines it, right? Truly, social man is in laws. The man that we take these different, as I mentioned before, the different cultures and nationalities and languages, except who? Except such as have faith. Hey, except such as have faith and do righteous deeds and join together in the mutual teaching of truth and of patience and constancy. Yes. So again, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, so why sacrifice your son? Let him live, and you live. And they both lived as two prophets together, father and son, and they built a sign. There's sign again. There's word sign again, ayah. And they both built a sign of the establishment of the world of mankind. And that is what makes the Kaaba what it is. It is a sign of how the world of mankind, yes, house for all people. It's a house for all people. And I know you try to distinguish the people. Black, brown, yellow, red, any color, right? American, Sudanese, Pakistani, Indonesian, Canadian, any is they call the black stone. And you know, if you put all the colors together, what color will you get? Black. When you put all the colors again, this we say, right? So it is to be established, the black stone is to be established under God, respecting the good nature. There we see each other, not as colors. When we go out, that's why all the men went just two white sheets. All right? And I can't speak for you. I know when I went several times, but when I went, I said, I don't know what he's doing here. And I went and said, I touched the person, and the person took me, what did you look at? Oh, I thought you were Jerome back home. Yeah, I thought you were, back home. We look just like me. If I took a picture, yeah. So again, we see, this is what God is telling us, that we see each, not as colors, not as nationals, but see each other, yes, as Muslims, under God, under Allah, building towards a society of righteousness, but rationally informed. Building a society of righteousness, but rationally informed. Yes, scientifically based, so we can be a model for all the world. And we conclude with this remark. This is indeed the most significant day in the life of a Muslim. Eid al-Adha, the most significant day And they're like, why? Because Eid al-Adha is a sign. Ayah is a sign, represents the way man makes a personal sacrifice, such as Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, a personal sacrifice for the benefit of society by giving the best of him or the best of himself in the service of Allah. And as we say there, Eid Mubarak, Akim as-Salat.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Again, another one of our rituals. We have straight line. We don't have anything in between us. No jealousy, etc. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ بسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah, we want to thank our Imam Yusuf, Saleem. This is Dhul Hijjah. This is the month of the Hajj, the month that represents and speaks to sacrifice, service, and struggle. This whole month. And we go into Muharram next week, inshallah. So be mindful of that. This is a sacred month. And next month is also. So again, you treat a sacred month the same way you treat sacred space. You do good things there. Do as much good as you can. So do as much good as you can. Allah gives you more increase during these months when you focus on doing more than what you would normally do in any other month. Read more, pray more, give more, sacrifice more during this month. Inshallah, this will be the last time for a while we'll be out here. Next week, we'll be at the Arboretum Hotel on New York Avenue. And we may be there for the duration of the expansion. And you will also notice what's going to take place next week that's also causing us to have to move. They're going to start major construction on this side, on the parking lot side, demolition for underpinning. They're going to go down 3 feet. They're going to start on this side right here, and that's going to be this week coming up. So you'll be seeing that. Then they're going to eventually do the whole 4 walls of the building. The whole thing going down 3 feet. So it's going to create high walls on the lower levels. They have to stabilize that. This is an old building, so they're going to stabilize it, underpinning and major construction. From that point on, major construction is on. We're going to call it, we've done the soft construction on the inside. Everything has been taken down on the inside. So this is going to be what's called now the hard groundbreaking. It's going to take place this next week. They're going to really break the ground on the outside now and start going down, and then you're going to start seeing major construction being done. So that's going to start again, inshallah, next week. So we thank Allah. These are exciting times for us. They're challenging times. Of course, there's some of the movement that we have, but Allah is blessing us. So we'll be in the hotel. It's a nice place. We plenty of parking, plenty of space. So the things we need to be facilitated in that location. Arboretum Hotel, New York Avenue and Bladensburg Road. So prepare to be with us there and continue to give. Obviously, that creates some expenses that we hadn't counted on, but we know we have you all, and we know that you all are going to make the sacrifice that we need to make sure that we're able to facilitate that, while we're also facilitating sacrificing our life to expand our life here in the nation's capital by building up this MASJID here as well. So with that also, we will certainly want to thank everyone for this past Eid event, wonderful event that we had, great diversity, activities. So we just want to thank certainly, first of all, our leader of that is Sister Imani. We want to thank her. We want to thank the team. We want to thank everybody that participated in the help, the entertainers, the volunteers, the security, those who have vendor booths, the organizations that supported that also as well. We're continuing to push for a permanent situation in terms of ceasefire and also a permanent outlook for the Palestinians. Permanent situation. They need to have that. All that they've sacrificed, they should have had their state. And we're going to continue to push and advocate for that as well in terms of that solution. not just here, but also with the high levels that we know can make that difference. And we're starting to see some movement towards that in the negotiations. So again, 1917 Bladensburg on the hotel. So make sure you write that down. 1917 Bladensburg. We are going to be hearing from, and again, we just want to hear from, not that we're endorsing these individuals, but Sunday, this Sunday, we're going to hear from the vice presidential candidate for Cornell West, Muslim sister Malina Abdullah. So she's going to be on virtual, on Study Out Islam, and also hosted by one of our civil engagement groups as well. So we're going to hear her perspective on several things, and there'll be opportunities to also question her. So that'll be at 11 o'clock a.m. on Sunday. Study Out Islam. You can go to the website, or you can look at the newsletter to get the ID or the link to be able to hear what our dear sister has to say. And I think those share tomorrow. And this will probably be also the last time in a long time that we do share from this location, but we need help. We always need help with that. I mean, really, we have tripled our food distribution. And so we thank Allah for that. And because there's a demand. You know, right now they call it food insecurity. Poverty is the fourth leading cause of death. You all should know that in the country. And so that's a big deal. It affects certainly those in every city, in every place around the world. We're involved in it here. So if you can be here tomorrow, I think at 10 a.m. to help package, distribute, and also deliver. We go to several developments in the city where there are seniors and others and families that have this need, and we take it to them. We need people. So please, we try not to have the same people who go pick up all the food early in the morning after Fajr, they go pick it up and then bring it here, and to not be the same one to have to do everything else. We have to work together. And this is the time to do as many good deeds as we can. We sacrifice. We're talking about once a month. It's another sacrifice, you know. So add it to your schedule. Come out, be here at 10 a.m. to help with the packaging, to help with the distribution, and help with the deliveries of the foods and other items that we have to give out. And we will have another big major distribution, I think 2, maybe 3 weeks after that, for a lot of the Korbani distribution of that food, also to this group and other groups of those who have needs. We have needs. You know, we have to be of service to the community. This is what this is all about. Allah doesn't want human sacrifice; He wants human service, and we got it right. And we got to be of service. And the more you serve, the greater population that you serve, the wider your space will be when it's time for you to meet your Lord and you rest it in what we see as a box. But your space will be wider than that because of the people that your life has affected. So it's about service. So I think that's it. Now, if you're looking to move into the Clara, they're getting ready to turn over the building to us. We about ready to get, but we have to have the certificate of occupancy before we can begin to take possession and move forward. So we're very close to that. I think next week we'll be getting the certificate of occupancy and then now all the keys to be fully servicing of that building. So go to the website is The Clara on MLK, all lowercase, The Clara on MLK.com. And you can also email The Clara DC at Gmail if you have any questions. If you have any questions, go there. Or you can use the website inquiry form as well. So that's a big contribution. That's a legacy project. And as the mayor's office said, it's the first time in the history of the nation's capital that such an Islamic legacy building has been put up in this city, in the nation's capital, when this is 200-something years old here. And so this isn't the first time it's happened. So we have done that, and we plan to do much more. As a previous Imam said, Imam Warfadi Muhammad, Rahimullah Alayhi, he said, we cannot stop now. We cannot stop now. So Allah said, when you finish one thing, you got to keep moving. Don't stop. You just say, Alhamdulillah. You always have to thank Allah and say Allahu Akbar, because every victory belongs to Him. You didn't do it, Allah did it. And we thank Allah for it, and we look to the next one that He's going to bless us to be instruments to achieve. And we have many more things we have our eyes focused on. So stay close, stay connected, continue to give of your resources, time, mind, money, to help us to continue to expand and to grow our life here in the nation's capital and in these United States of America. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Allahu Akbar.
Thank you. Luke Ma. Luke Ma Jr. It's Luke Ma Jr. This is my dad right here. He told me y'all were coming. It's an honor. Y'all really someone like him.
That's right.
You know, and I know he's the young. He told me the youngest. So,
He was the youngest on that program. I told him he was the name. I said, you know. So he keep on.
Terrific job you had done. So we on your show too. And we just thank a lot for him. He got me. Passion. And he wanted to do more.
Stay on it.